Wherever in the world you are, welcome. I am currently standing on top of a massive houseboat in Amsterdam. I'm speaking at the Night of Philosophy on Friday in a place called Groningen, but we've just stopped in to see Sam. I'm here with Josh as well. Before we make the 3-hour road trip up there, Sam emailed and said, why don't you come and have a little look at what we're up to? So we're having a look around this amazing houseboat. I'm going to try and show you what's going on. So Sam, you don't sound very Dutch.
No, I'm from Manchester, but I'm here as a volunteer working with a tall ship company that organises sailing trips.
Living on this cool ship for what, 6 months?
Yes, 8 months, yeah.
8 months, okay, and you're learning about tall ships and then you're going to sail back?
I'm going to sail back to Germany and then I'm going to sail in the summer, so it's really exciting.
It's a nice social space.
Yeah.
Lovely little
nice
kitchen.
And cozy in the winter.
So there's 4 or 5 private cabins where the volunteers have a little base, little sink, nice and tidy.
Yeah.
You're in the middle of the city, yet feels completely alternative and quite spacious on the water here, isn't it? And then magically we go up the stairs.
And this is the office.
There's another wing down there. Oh, these are cool. I like this. So basically you've got a meeting room space up here, office down through there, living quarters in the bottom, and then a completely sort of
separate apartment.
I'm gonna try and just stalk it a little bit. Oh, look at that. That is cool. It doesn't move anymore, does it?
No, it still legally has to move.
It's a little bit like the huts then, in as much as they feel pretty solid and stationary, but in order to sort of, I guess, sit beneath that whole thick and painful layer of regulation, you have to still be able to move them. I absolutely love this feeling of being in amongst all of this city, but yet almost in an alternative economy altogether.
I think too much. I think you never know I'm like this. Oh no, I always learn to hide it.
Off to Groningen.
Never show that inside my brain there's a war going on. Explosions.
We are now officially on the road to Groningen, but last week something very funny happened. I got up at 8 AM and heard this like this downstairs, and I thought, what the heck is going on? And I got a little clip of it, which I'm going to show you now. I'm pretty sure there's a blackbird in the living room. What are you doing in here, mate? Oh my gosh! Are you alright, buddy? Is he gone?
He's gone.
He's gone. Yes, it worked. It worked. Look at that massive bird just perched up there. We just stopped to get a little bit of food after being stuck in traffic, but I've just got to show you this, guys. I think this is, it's probably my favourite roadside stop I've ever been to.
I think too much. I think too much. I think you never know I'm like this. Oh no, I always learn to hide it. Never.
We have made it to Groningen. I got to figure out how to say this place, but I think it's Groningen. And look at the architecture, guys. Absolutely beautiful, peaceful, lovely, clean architecture. Oh yes, look at that bell. I love that bell. It's a very cool hotel. You can see there's lots of individual creativity in it. For example, this is the first time I've seen stained glass windows, modern ones, in quite a long time. And apparently this Groningen is known, I'm going to keep saying it wrong probably, but it's known for its creativity, and it doesn't have big brand names. We're on the first floor. Josh knows what he's doing.
I think too much. I think
train, and look at this beautiful table. That bit of wood looks like it goes all the way up in there. You can see it's been cut down to fit inside.
That is almost exactly the same, like two 2x4s stuck together.
Good width. They've not used the same idea here.
No.
But that is good to know it works.
I'm well and truly in Groningen now. We have been sitting here with these guys who I'll let them introduce themselves in a second, but we have been sitting here with Josh as well. Sorry, sorry bro. Why don't you just introduce yourselves and explain what you're up to, what you're thinking about?
Well, my name is Jeroen from the Netherlands, not from Groningen, but near here. I work in an island as an ambulance driver.
Yeah. And
I met Dave on YouTube, got inspired by Cocovado, having ideas, but not have the courage to really start.
What are you up to? I know you're making some YouTube videos. I've seen you sneaking some bits and bobs over there. So what are you doing? Tell me.
Started YouTubing about a year ago and really loved it. Jeroen got me into it. Jeroen is the instigator of most of the stuff I do. So he's like the catalyst of my life now.
What is it?
To record my life and loving to record my life, showing my life with horses. One of the things I end my videos is release your inner Viking and asking other people to release your inner Viking, which is similar to what you do, Dave.
I'm a Viking.
Yeah, you are. Everybody is a Viking.
Amen. Alright, I'll stick that link in below, so go check out
Thank you.
the videos. And yeah, well, hopefully we're going to send these guys over some brackets once we figure out how to produce them. I haven't told you guys, but you've seen the prototypes, but now going down 3 different paths trying to get the right producers. We've got a local producer down in Sussex, we've got the idea of getting them produced in China, and we've got this guy who hopefully I'm going to show you in a few weeks, who's got a crazy AI 3D printing system in London, and he's having a look to see if he can solve the problem. Hopefully, fingers crossed, one of them are going to solve the problem in time for our first hut building workshop, which we are going to do, and I'll give you more details another week. And then once we've done that, I would love to send you guys a set of brackets and see what you come up with. It's Thursday afternoon, I'm working on my slides, got a cheeky bit of the old documentary in there, pulling on some of my wins from last year, like when we got on cabin porn, some of the nice photography that people came to make. These will be the backgrounds. Oh, I don't know if you ever saw this, but this was cool.
$1,000 in cash to spend. First stop, they need a van. That's Dave's job. So he searches out this old Ford Transit van.
It's a bit of a stitch up really, because the van thing was Alfie's idea. Showing off a bit of the beauty with Zach Lower.
No one knows me.
In fact, I'm going to stick in that full clip now so you can see it, because Zach absolutely nailed the fire and plant idea with Toby before he went away to New Zealand, so check it out.
No one knows me like the piano in my mother's home. You would show me I had something some people call a soul. Top the sky, oh, you were right when I was 3 years old. Wow. No one knows me like the piano in my mother's home.
All my memories turn on me, I can hear them all. I think too much, it's all I know how to do. I think I'm losing touch with what I knew. I've been trying to turn it off, I can never seem to start. I think too much.
Guys, check out these houseboats. Oh right, that's probably what it is. That's probably the base of a houseboat. I have been thinking that the brackets that we're making, when you make essentially the huts are a cube initially, and then you put whatever roof you want and whatever kind of wheels or stuff you want on the bottom. And I've been thinking that the same sort of idea could relate to floating huts or tree huts or shepherd's huts. So it's actually interesting. It's the first time I've seen the underlay of probably what is a normal floating houseboat thing. This is like a parade of houseboats.
Inside my brain there's a war going on, explosions that I can't ignore. There's no point trying to fight.
I wonder how much this one is.
I know I'm my own worst enemy, still in sleep, spinning out of control. All my memories turn on me, I can hear them all. I think too much.
I know I've said this and I'll keep saying it until it becomes real. The beginning of this whole vision was about having a floating cabin on water, so I will not let go of it. I want water, whether we dig a pond or whether we find a lake or whether we have a transposable one that goes from woodland to water to trees. I don't know, but there will be a floating hut in my life at some point. I have to make it happen. This week's been a bit of a different week. Obviously travel seems to be picking up more and more, which has many challenges for me. I feel like in many ways I'm back to work, which means that finding those Corcovado moments, as some of my friends put it, makes it just as challenging. Check this bus out, sorry. I've never seen smaller buses in my life. It's just as difficult, I think, for me now to try and find these Corcovado moments as it is for everybody in their normal working lives. But I'm feeling good about it. It's nice to be here. And I would include the link to the talk, but it's not until tomorrow night. So I will put it in retrospectively. Anyway, next week I will be traveling on a cycle through France for 5 days, doing 50 miles a day with Louis and Andy for Regenerate, a charity in London, which I'll tell you more about when we make that video. And the week after that, we'll get back in the seat and start thinking about the on-seasons activities, which I'm getting extremely excited about. I'll tell you more about it next week and the week after. Take care of yourselves, look after each other, and I'll see you next Thursday at 9 p.m.
I think too much. Ooh.